over the next couple of years, if we're going out there and we're just pushing our message, hopefully we can inspire, people to pursue their passion. You know what I'm saying? Not tomorrow, but today. Creation of society, it has a multi-dimensional meaning. I feel like as humans, people, we're all like multi-dimensional beings, you know what I'm saying? So to only acknowledge the surface, which would be leaving out a couple more dimensions of, reality. So I think on the surface we have creation of society, which is kind of a play on words, saying that, as individuals, we're all essentially a product of our environment. And that would be the first COS. So, what we create, this is a product of our environment. And we create this wearable art, to kind of perpetuate, our creation and what we feel like our environment is really like, you know what I'm saying? So creation of society is what we do on the surface. And then the next COS will be conscious of self. And I feel like that's kind of the substance behind the surface, or the subject behind the object. And conscious of self is just saying that, before anybody can really be creative, you have to be conscious, to have a meaningful creation, something that can transcend generational understanding. So us becoming more conscious in what we do, I feel like that's how we're able to connect, not only with our generation, but the generations before us or behind us. And that would be the second COS. And then the third COS is create our society. Me being a sociology major, and my focus is being urban development and city planning. Creating the cities or the society that I live in was always a plan. So that was a way that I can kind of, sew that into my business plan as well as, how will I be able to create something that's not only beneficial to myself, but beneficial to my community and the greater society around me. We're a little different than a clothing line, and I think us creating that brand allows us to do those documentaries, when we go out to, Oakland and to the Occupy protests and stuff like that, and we see people who are actually concerned about the society that they live in and who are progressively thinking, how can I create a better society? So we're us, being on the road and meeting up with people and trying to do our best to become like a household consciousness. I think that's how we're going out and trying to connect with people, like actually in our society, meeting people, face to face and telling them about what we're trying to do, and people actually believing in, our concept, as something that could better the society that we live in. I think that in a sense they might feel a little convicted that they need to kind of push that message along.
Only reason why you could say it's impossible is an excuse,
Yeah.
So everything you can do, whatever you can, you just gotta just go out and reach for it.
What's good about us is that we, with our minds and how we think about stuff, he's able to draw something and we can look at it and we'll get, multiple perspectives of, how we can present this, this art. And then, developing the concept behind it, so, everything starts with just, a pencil and a piece of paper at first, and just, two sets of eyes looking at it, two sets of minds kind of critique it.
Daryl Rogers III, he's our graphic designer, I work well with him. He's a big supporter of the movement, so I want to give him a shout out and give him thanks. We appreciate everything, just a lot of support. It's been coming through the late through this year.
After we do the graphic designing, we shoot everything over to Creative Impressions, where we are right now. Then we usually go through Scott. He does like the graphic design and gets it prepared for the actual production process. we grow and as our message grows, I think the possibilities are unlimited to how we can give back.
Yeah,
and I think that's most important. You know, we're thinking about impact over profit. You know what I'm saying? How can we impact our community more than profit off our community? You know what I'm saying? I mean, profit is always good, you know, but I want people to see, when they see us profit, they can appreciate the journey that went into us actually coming up to that profit. I think the thing about capitalism, man, is like capitalism doesn't deny like having inequalities be like the driving force of its business model. You know what I'm saying? So I think like as far as being young entrepreneurs participating in a sense in capitalism, having the internet kind of equals out that playing field. You know what I'm saying? A whole lot. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like you could create a market, manage a market, all on the internet. You know what I'm saying? It's so much. It's just like you have a new tool that essentially you almost can't go wrong with if you know how to use it. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I think the internet and the technology today for our generation, us being the computer age, you know what I'm saying? Like the first time we put our hands on a keyboard, we probably like in the first, second grade. You know what I'm saying? So that's a lot different than any generation that came before us. Yeah. So you can actually say that we're birthed with a tool that can help us advance, you know, rather than the last generation. So I think it's just acknowledging this type of technology, acknowledging these resources, and being able to use them to the best of your ability. And I don't think you can go wrong, you know what I'm saying? As far as being an entrepreneur and trying to get that message out, you know, using the internet, it can only be an asset.
Don't ever stop dreaming, you know? Don't ever stop venturing out, because everything that's possible any man or any woman has done in this world, you can keep doing it. You know, don't suppress yourself, don't let people talk you down, you know, just keep going out for that dream, you know. It starts off somewhere, you know.
The spirituality, you have to have it, you know what I'm saying? You have to have some type of spiritual understanding about, you know, what you're doing in the physical. And that's just me, you know, that's just the best thing that I can tell anybody. And that's what I try to tell people a lot about is, you know, understanding your energy. It's 2012, man. Nobody knows what 2013 is going to be like. You know what I'm saying?
What you is what you promote.
Yeah. So it's like, it pays to pursue your passion this year. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody knows what next year is going to be like. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, if you can get a message out or you can, you know, do what you can do to, you know, inspire or help somebody, it's 2012, man. Go for it. You know what I'm saying? For in the future and beyond. So, you know, work hard, you know, stay dedicated to what you do, you know, and love what you do. If you love what you do, you're never working.
Focus on yourself, you know.